Okay, everybody, this is Linear Systems Part 1. So here we have a problem. Now, normally I would teach you, hey, you know what? See how my x's, my y's, and my numbers are all lined up, right? And most of us in class, we went ahead and used elimination method. But what I want to show you on this one is that we could have used substitution. Notice I have a single x term there, right? So it's very easy to solve for. So does everyone agree, if I just simply minus 7y both sides, wouldn't 7y minus 7y, of course, make 0? And I would have the x equal to negative 7y. So if you agree x equals negative 7y, now I can substitute the negative 7y into x right there. And this is called the substitution method. So let's see what we get here. I got 2x, but x now is negative 7y minus 8y equals 22. 2 times negative 7y is negative 14y minus 8y equals 22. Coming over here, I know that negative 14 minus 8y is negative 22y. And if that equals 22, once I divide by negative 22, both sides, I now know that y will equal negative 1. Now all I have to do is take this negative 1, plug it in for the y in my previous equation, and I know that x equals negative 7 times negative 1, and negative times negative is positive 7. So my final result is 7x, 7y, negative 1. Pause the video if you need to. Now what about this one here? Now this one, notice we could solve for that x, but there's also a negative there, and that becomes a deterrent for some of you guys. But this one I wanted to show you my favorite way again, called elimination. Notice how the x's are lined up, the y's are lined up, the numbers are all lined up. Both of them, in other words, are in standard form. So what are we going to do here? Well, I notice I have a 6x and a negative 1x there. So if I just times this second equation by 6, let's see what's going to happen. So 6 times negative x is negative 6x. 6 times negative 6 is minus 36y. 6 times 4 is 24. I did times everything by 6. That's called distributive property. Let me just copy down the first equation below it so they're together. All I just did there, guys, was copy the first equation. So let's see what we got here. Isn't, if I add these together, 6 minus 6, 0. And I'm left with negative 48y equal to 48. Once I divide by negative 48, I know y is negative 1. And now I'm simply going to plug it in one of the two equations. I'm going to go ahead and use the first one since it only has the one minus in it. So let's see what we got here. We got a 6x minus 12y, but we now know y is negative 1, right? Y is negative 1 equal to 24. So 6x, negative 12 times negative 1 plus 12 equals 24. Once I minus 12 both sides, 6x will equal 12. Divide by 6, x equals 2. And so my final answer is x2, y negative 1. And I just solved that system. So pause the video if you need to. So anyways, guys, what I want to do is show you two methods of solving. We just used elimination. Sometimes you have to multiply one of the equations, sometimes both, by the way, as you'll find out. And of course, the first way I chose to do it with what we call substitution. I hope you watch this video more than once and reference it when you need to. Okay? Till next time, bye.